so-called white supremacist historian. And we was talking about the phenotypical ancient Egypt before all the Asiatics came over and invaded Egypt. So I said, if you go back in time, you gotta go back damn near thousands of years. Cause now they saying they finding what they ain't gonna tell y'all is they finding pyramids and shit in the Congo and shit that predate ancient Egypt. But they ain't telling y'all that because they got their shit on lock because they didn't think was no civilizations that are related to ancient Kemet past Nubia or Sudan. Now they finding out that you got all these pyramids in fucking Congo that the historical society and basically the CIA and shit keeping covered up because these pyramids predate the pyramids of Giza down there in the Congo, and it also destroys this narrative that somehow that the Egyptians were founded by 11 people that came out of the Levant. But then I tell people you gotta remember, black people are the first people on the planet. Okay? I know a lot of people hate to hear that, but African people are the first people that came out, that been on Earth. We black people been here the longest. We've been here longer than every other ethnic group of people on this planet. That's why you have black people in Papua New Guinea. That's how you have Australian Aborigines. That's how you have the people of all them places in Indonesia, Micronesia and shit. That's how you have dark-skinned people in India. Before the Aryan invasion was the Aryans. The Indo-Aryans were a Proto-Iranian people. They are Iranian. They are Aryans. But the funny thing is, white people don't consider them as Aryans. Because they ain't blonde-haired, blue-eyed people. And keep in mind that for all you white supremacists, that is blonde-haired, blue eyes are a recessive genetics. They are recessive. They're not dominant. So even a lot of white people don't have blonde hair and blue eyes. That is from what you call recessive traits. Recessive, not dominant. It's just like people with red hair are more dominant than with people with red hair and green eyes are more dominant than blonde hair, blue eyed people. You did, but it's not blonde hair and blue eye is not a dominant trait. Just like people that have real fair skin is not a dominant trait. That's a rarity due to what you call mutation. Okay, that's how white people came about. Not trying to be funny or nothing, but that's how y'all came about through mutation. It was a few thousand years of black people migrated up to what you call that area, and then they got trapped up there during the last ice age. We did. They no longer needed darker skin, and they no longer needed real tight curly hair. They didn't need that because they was up in the north, so their noses got thinner, their skin got lighter, and that took thousands of years. It took like maybe no more than a few hundred years for them to change like that. And then after the ice ages, those people came out of that part of the Caucasus region, and they started intermingling with the black people that settled in the Fertile Crescent. That's how you got your Arabs and shit. You got your Arabs by them people that came from that area up in the north near the Caucasus, and they start intermingling with the the black people who built the ancient Sumerian civilization. Yes. And they said the Sumerians were founded by Cushitic people. Even in the Bible, it says they was Cushitic people. Who the Cushitic people? People of Punt, people of Put, Punt, and Cush. Everything below Egypt. Egypt is the descendant son of Azarram. Azarram, all the what you call the Hamitic stock. That include all the Black Africa, the Hamitic line. But see, the Bible flipped the script. The Bible lied about a lot of shit, so that's why I don't follow the Bible. Because they said Azarram or Egypt was supposed to be slaves of Israel, and then that's not true. The Egyptians had the Israelites for slaves. So that tells the Bible lying right there on shit. But all the images, if you see all the images of ancient Egypt, they don't look like no Levantine or European features. Those features, the most oldest sculptures and shit, they got full noses, full lips, all this shit. No motherfucking no European looks or Middle Eastern looks in their face, or what they considered Middle Eastern looks. Because like I said, those people, only reason why you got Arabs and shit and all that Semitic people, because they intermingle with Cushitic people that came out of Ethiopia and Somalia during ancient times, who settled in the Arabian Peninsula and went into what you call the Fertile Crescent, which they don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about this shit. Goddamn, we can't deal with that real history. So they got to keep up these narratives and shit. Destroy, deface all the images, all the statues in Egypt, and then just basically destroy all the murals and shit, repaint them and talking about its restoration. How the fuck you restoring it by painting all the images lighter, making it look lighter? You destroying images that's already painted. You don't have to do no restoration. You destroying it. And like I said, with Muhammad Hawass and all the Ancient Antiquities Museum, if you ever go to Egypt, which I've been there, they have all the newer, after the last dynasty, the second dynasty, everything after the second dynasty was when the invaders came in from the Levant, and they came in, the invaders came in. So even the Greeks even said that the Egyptians were black people. I don't know why motherfuckers want to deal with that, but you got light-skinned Arab-looking Arabs over there talking about, these are other people. No, you're not. You are a descendant of the Arab and Greeks and Macedonians and Turks and shit. You are not no motherfucking You are not no motherfucking indigenous Egyptian. The real indigenous Egyptians, y'all want to call them Nubians and say, oh, they came out of Sudan. They ain't come out. How the fuck all them people, all the majority of people I seen down there who have the little camel thing, how them people come out of Nubia, out of Sudan? Fuck out of here. And once you leave out of Cairo and Alexandria and shit like that, them cities, you start seeing everybody look like me, or look like Alicia Keys, or look like motherfucking look like Drake, look like Beyonce, look like Iman and shit, look like all the niggas you see that look like brown, my complexion, or some darker. Manute Bowl and shit, niggas, dark skinned, tall niggas down there in Sudan, in Egypt. That's Egyptian, but they'll cover there. They don't want y'all to see that shit. But I see it. They lying to y'all, man. You gotta go over there. You gotta go over there yourself. And then the funny thing is, where you go where the Arabs at, like homeboy went over there to Algeria, they would call them all kind of Abids and names and shit, old racist ass Arabs. racist ass motherfucking Arabs and shit. And that's the reason why I left Islam, because the motherfuckers, they just as racist as the white folks. So, yes, people was like, man, they were mad when that white man drove all the way from Florida and was harassing the Arabs and shit. And then, you know, yeah, I said that's fucked up. He drove all the way to do that shit. He could have been doing something more constructive. But that's the reason why I left Islam. And then with the thing with the Palestinians, you would think, damn, my nose running, hold on, y'all. You would think that the Arabs will treat their black fellow Palestinians, you know, during that situation in Gaza, you would think they have a little bit of humanity since they Palestinians as well. Nope. Nope. They were pushing the black Palestinians out the way, getting all the resources. Pretty much how I had to check a lot of Somalis on how they do their Bantu brothers. If y'all supposed to be Somalis, why y'all treat the Bantus less than y'all? And only use the Bantu population in Minnesota for numbers. They use the Bantu Somalis for numbers. That's it. But they make sure that the Bantu Somalis don't get shit. And these black people would come over here with their tribalism and shit. It ain't the Bantu's fault, but some of those Somalis, I had to check them on that shit. Man. I said, how y'all gonna treat them like that and all y'all in the same damn boat? Same thing with the Palestinian Arabs. How you gonna treat the black Palestinian, you know, like shit, and all y'all getting bombed? That shit retarded. You'll think they'll be together like, man, you know, we Palestinians, and that shit, you know, that shit all should matter, right? Where it go?